Suns and Lakers getting set to battle, and here's a look at tonight's Gatorade starting lineups for the Suns. Clifford Robinson and Sean Marion, the forwards. Luke Longley, the center. Anthony Hardaway and Jason Kidd in the backcourt. For the Lakers, it's A.C. Green and Glenn Rice, along with Shaq in the middle. And in the backcourt, it's Kobe Bryant and Ron Harper. And right now, let's send it over to the third member of our team, Reggie Theus.
All right, thanks a lot, Dick. I'm just going to bring you up to date on Jason Kidd. You know, he has the broke bone in his foot. He has 3 titanium screws to give it added support. I talked to him about the pain level from a 1 to 10 in game 1. He said at halftime it was an 8. By the third quarter it was a 10. Today he has no pain. He has not worked out on it since Sunday, but during the game he said his biggest problem is when he gets stiff. He's going to be keeping his ankle loose by the ankle pro stretch, and also between times going in the game he's going to be riding this bike and watching the game, and that's what he got from over this side, Dick.
All right, Reggie, thank you very much. The Lakers, who have not won the first 2 games of a Western Conference semifinal since 1989, when they swept the Sonics, will try to do it tonight. Ron Garretson, Eddie Eprush, and Ted Bernhard are the officials.
Now, from a defensive standpoint, we know the double teaming of Shaq must happen early. Plus, Phoenix must stop the Lakers from the second shots. 19 in game 1.
Glenn Rice only 4 for 9 from the field. And, of course, on the double team, you're going to see Rice wide open.
Well, you got to pay the price. And what you cannot do is go a -20 in the painted area like Phoenix did in game 1 because of Shaq.
Kidd handling the ball for the first time. Kobe Bryant staying with him. And Luke Longley from outside, and it's important that Longley continue to fire away.
Yeah, 3 guys have got to score from the perimeter. Not only Longley, but Cliff Robinson as well as Rodney Rogers.
Here's Ron Harper, and the Lakers off to a 4-0 start.
Yeah, they look like they're very confident. You know, there's no pressure on them. They win the game by 28, even though at halftime they were only up 5. They ran away in the second half.
Here's Longley and Kidd firing over Kobe Bryant. And stuck through by Sean Marion, the rookie from UNLV.
Well, he's a handful. Right now, he's their leading rebounder right at 10 a game at the small forward position.
And he can also play big guard if needed tonight by Coach Scott Skiles. 10 on the shot clock, and here is Harper, and he's hit his first 2.
If you're going to set baseline in that situation, you've got to trap the guy hard. Otherwise, that shot will be there all night.
So Harper has already scored as many as he picked up in game number 1. Here is Longley, given the outside shot by Shaq, but he continues to struggle.
See, if they're going to continue to trap on the wings and force Phoenix to pick up the ball, get Jason Kidd the ball out of his hand, then that is going to put a premium on the front court people to shoot a high percentage.
Longley on the single coverage right now with Shaquille O'Neal. With 7 on the shot clock, his line drive attempt misses. Marion clears.
Yeah, you have to push hard now. You have to push hard every chance that you get on a miss, a turnover, because you want to try to wear Shaq down and get your big people to get some easy baskets.
And as you said at the start, Penny Hardaway has to have another game like he did in game 1 when he hit 9 of 16 and wound up with 25. 2.5 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Here's Shaq with a quick release over Longley in his first point.
Well, you know, Dick, we say he's first in the league in scoring, but he's also first in the league in field goal percentage. He has all of the jump hooks down pat.
Hardaway missing from the perimeter. A.C. Green was looking down court. But now Kobe Bryant. And Bryant fires a 2 and hits. So 4 of the starting 5 for the Lakers already in the scoring column.
Yeah, they're on fire right now. And if you notice, all of the shots that they're taking, Dick, high percentage, wide open. They're 5 for 6 from the floor.
Driving in, the ball knocked away, and it's still Suns ball with 14 on the shot clock. Remember, the Lakers swept the Suns 4 straight during the regular season as well.
If you do not have a strong post-up game against the Lakers, then you must get into the painted area off the dribble. And by that we mean Jason Kidd, Hardaway, and then the slashing of Marion, because you have to score inside and get to the foul line.
Harper doing a good job, Harper on Hardaway to keep him from getting the shot off. 5 on the shot clock, and there is Jason Kidd wide open for 3, in and out. And the rebound by Shaq. The Suns getting good looks.
In the early going, Phoenix only 1 offensive rebound. That's what the Lakers do well. Take care of the ball.
And Kobe Bryant in an early rhythm, has his second basket, and the Lakers 6 of 7 to open it up.
Good timeout right now by Scott Skiles. You look at Kobe Bryant's game, Dick. Everybody talks about the 25 points and the 6 rebounds. Well, that's something that he does night in and night out. But where he gets you with the 3 steals and then the 3 blocks to add up. And then he is shooting a high percentage in the playoffs.
Lakers scoring on all but one of their first 7 possessions of this game. But the Suns have had good looks thus far. Now Bryant all over Kidd. Kidd gets away from Kobe, but it's a bad pass behind to Luke Longley, and the Lakers get it back, turn it over,
nice.
And Cliff Robinson got it into the hands of Hardaway, and laying it in is Sean Marion with his second lay-in.
Now let me tell you, Dick, that was some catch. That ball was off the beam, and it was a good look by Hardaway, a terrific catch by Marion.
So back-to-back turnovers, and the Suns trailing 12-6. Lakers have won 21 of their last 22 games at home. And the last time they tasted defeat was mid-January against Portland. And the Suns coming back now.
Yeah, hold the Lakers to 1 shot. Sounds easy, but that's a key thing tonight. Push the ball hard and try to get it up quick.
And important that Cliff Robinson gets underway, because they're going to need his long-range shooting. And now it is a 4-point Laker lead.
Right now, Cliff Robinson is only shooting 31% in the playoffs. We know he's a high percentage guy, had a terrific season for the Suns. Just has to relax and take his time.
And here is Shaq putting it up over Longley, doing a good job defensively, and Kidd pushing it up. Marion picked up by Rice. And Robinson open for 3 off the mark. They depend on Robinson and Rodney Rogers for their 3-point baskets, but the Suns, after getting the offensive rebound, lose the ball out of bounds.
Now, see, that was critical. Not just because Longley put it off his foot out of bounds, but in game 1, he had 4 turnovers. Now, he's going to be open a lot because Shaq is always looking to double team. He must make Shaq pay for that when he leaves him. That has to be a 1-bounce dunk.
And also avoid the foul problem. Here is Hardaway going up against Kobe, and Kobe committing the foul. Crowd saw the block, but Kobe got him on the body, and that's the first foul of the game.
That was a terrific defensive play by Kobe Bryant. Now you're going to see it right here. They are looking to get the ball up and attack quickly. Now watch him get right in front. Now you say, well, why the foul? He gets the shot block, but if you notice, the one arm was right in the chest of Hardaway. A definite foul.
Hardaway went to the line more than any other Sun and player in the first game, hitting 5 out of 7. But misses the first free throw. 6:38 remaining in the first quarter. The Lakers, leading 12-8, have led all the way.
Now Penny has really stepped up his game at playoff time. He's averaging 20 points a game. He's doing a nice, solid job, and he is the guy tonight that must give them the leadership and come in with 20. Right now they're showing a 2-2-1, trapping defense. Let's see what happens. Get it in the middle and then get it to the wings.
Kidd is guarding Kobe Bryant with 10 on the shot clock.
The reason why you trap is to run seconds off the clock.
Lane Rice off the front rim, and a chance to run now, and a 4-on-2 break for the Suns. Hardaway beating inside, and Cliff Robinson misses, and it's tipped up and in. So Robinson, they get Marion getting credit for the basket, and the Laker lead down to 1. And an offensive foul called the other way as Kobe Bryant, charging into Jason Kidd, has picked up his second personal foul, and he's going to come out of there.
Now this is big. You see right now, Kobe's upset. He wants to take the game into his own hands right now. Jason Kidd sacrificed his body. Now big substitution. Brian Shaw in the game had a very solid contribution in game 1.
Big pickup for the Lakers this year, the veteran guard. Longley given the shot and continues to struggle from outside. He was only 2 for 6 in game 1, 0 for 3 tonight.
Yeah, that'll be there all night for him. Shaq isn't going to play him until he proves that he can make the shot.
Here is Harper driving in and misses. O'Neal misses on the tip, and now the Suns pushing it up again. The Lakers back on defense, however. Kidd looking for an opening, and Longley again will try and again will miss. It is still the Lakers by 1.
I see, you can't get upset at this guy. He has got to just relax. take the pressure off himself. All he needs is one field goal. That shot is there all night because he's beating Shaq down the floor.
Here is Shaw hitting. So the Laker guards off to a big start. They have scored 10 of their 14 points.
Brian Shaw in game one came in, had 4 assists, 3 rebounds, 5 points. See, at 6'7", he's a point guard. He can lead your team. Good defender. And this was an excellent pickup for L.A. during the course of the year.
And here is Luke Longley finally hitting after missing his first 4 shots from the field. And he'll have to continue to fire away. Remember, he played for the Chicago Bulls under Phil Jackson and won 3 championships. Lakers by 1.
The early game plan for Phoenix, excellent. Just hold the Lakers to 1 shot, force the action.
Here is Glenn Rice with a fake on Marion, and here's O'Neal stuffing it through, and nothing you can do about that.
No, he's just so big, so powerful. In game one, 7 offensive rebounds. Now they are Dennis Rodman. Speaking of someone out of the back.
Who knows what it's like to win a ring in his heyday, and also past his heyday when he was with the Bulls. Penny Hardaway going up, and a foul is called. And, you know, you look at ways of stopping Shaquille O'Neal. I mean, no one really can stop the man. He is just too huge and too agile to really have anyone cut him down.
When he catches the ball in the paint, he's so nimble that he is quick with the power drop steps. He has the great jump hook. He plays the backboard on the angles, and he's the #1 field goal percentage guy in the league. Now, once he catches the ball, it's quick, it's over, and it's senseless for Longley. Now, he's going to foul him and take fouls, but that doesn't seem to be their strategy. They need Longley on the floor as a body. Try to reduce the offensive rebound.
Shaq picking up the personal foul. Lakers leading by 1 and a whistle. And while we await the foul call, we want to welcome those watching in Canada tonight on TSN. The foul is on Luke Longley, and of course that could be an Achilles heel for the Suns if the big Luke picks up some fouls. Scott Skiles will have to go to the bench for a big man.
Now in game one they tried all forwards to play. Big question is, can Oliver Miller come in and give them quality minutes? It isn't that he doesn't have the talent, it's whether or not the work ethic comes with the potential. Now down here for the coaching staff of Phoenix, they just picked up 2 silly fouls. Luke Longley kneeing Shaq in the back. The ball's not even there. And this one on the baseline when the play wasn't even close to opening up.
And now another foul. Shawn Marion, Hubie, picked up that second foul. And now Jason Kidd has picked up his first. So a flurry of fouls with all the action in one end.
Well, Scott Skiles got to make a decision here right now. You know, do you leave Marion in, or you just stay with it because this unit is working well?
8 on the shot clock with 3:45 remaining in the first. Lakers by 1, and here is Brian Shaw, and the rebound taken down by Cliff Robinson. Again, Jason Kidd showing no ill effects from his ankle injury. And remember, he underwent surgery after breaking it in March.
Well, he's running like a normal guy.
That's right.
Usually it's right. We don't see him.
That's right. Hardaway underneath. Penny Hardaway having a tremendous season. And of course, he saw a lot of action when Kidd was out. Kidd played when Hardaway missed 22 games. And now the Suns with their first lead of the game. Wide open is A.C. Green, and the Lakers get it back.
Well, you know, all throughout his career, he's been a high percentage shooter. Now, I realize he struggled in the Sacramento series, but he is not going to miss that shot time and time again. Now, what they're doing is they're trying to trap on the drive on the baseline. That spot for the Lakers will be open.
Here is Longley, picked up quickly by Glenn Rice. Robinson looking for some space and hits. So again, the Suns getting good looks, and Robinson giving the Suns the lead again. Seesaw affair with 2:38 to go in the first.
Dick, they're getting what they want off the dribble, and it's opening up, and they're getting nice high percentage shots.
Shaq gets Longley, who's already picked up 1 personal foul, and Shaq gets the basket. No foul, although Shaq was looking for it. And the Lakers lead 20-19. But the Suns certainly staying with the Lakers in this first quarter as they did in game 1. Here is Hardaway from the baseline, and Penny Hardaway off to another big start, has 9.
Penny Hardaway now 4 times has gone to that same spot. Now 3 times he's attacked the basket. Good things have happened. He can get that shot because Shaq is holding back. He's not trapping.
And the Kid wrestles the ball away from Shaquille O'Neal. On the miss, Hardaway looking to pass first. And Robinson for three, and he's got it. Clifford Robinson hitting the first three-pointer for the Suns, and they lead now by 4.
Well, this is their game plan. Push the ball hard, reverse it back to Cliff Robinson at the top of the circle for the three-point shot. That is their game plan. Scott Skiles right on the money. The key was that Cliff Robinson had to get off early, and he has answered the bell tonight.
To the tune of 9 points. And we'll be right back to the Staples Center after these messages.
Offensive thrust of the team that owns you. Right now, think about it. 7-0 in playoff games over 2 seasons.
Robert Horry has come in for the Lakers, and Kevin Johnson, who came out of retirement, has come in for Jason Kidd at point guard, and nobody there can stop Glenn Rice, who stuffs it through. Suns have outscored the Lakers 20-10 after falling behind 8 in the first 3.5 minutes tonight.
I would like to see Glenn Rice do that more often. We know that he has that talent. Back in the old days at Miami, that was part of his game. Also, posting up was part of his game.
Here's Robinson, continues with the hot hand. So Clifford Robinson now with 11 points, the leading scorer on 5 for 7 shooting.
Well, this is the kind of year he's had. He picked up right where he left off last season. Big thing for him right now, just relax, get in the groove. He's too good of a player to be shooting 31% after 5 playoff games.
Harper has it knocked away. Rodney Rogers into the game for the Phoenix Suns, and Shaquille O'Neal over Longley, not to be denied. 8 points for Shaq.
Now let me tell you, that was a great move. That was a great stretch, and then at the height of his jump, he knocks in a hook. That was beautiful.
Half a minute remaining here in the first quarter. The Suns are leading by 2. Rodney Rogers, the NBA's 6th man, being defended by Glenn Rice, trying to drive a lane, loses the ball. Time running out on the shot clock. Kevin Johnson fires up a 3, and it's knocked around. Longley trying to keep it alive.
Yeah, in this series, Rodney Rogers got to stay in on the box when he has the box. Stop coming all the way outside, because you can take Glenn Rice down in there, and the team needs you to be an established post-up guy.
Horry misses at the buzzer, and the Suns will take a lead after the first quarter. It is the first period of play in the series that they have had the lead. Coming out to see the Lakers, Dustin Hoffman in the crowd, along with fine actress Minnie Driver. You'll always find Magic Johnson, and certainly always Jack Nicholson, an old Jersey guy like you are.
Oh, come on, a lifeguard down in Jersey Shore. That's Ferry Park area. Come on.
And he reminds you of it every time you two get together. I know. Start of the second quarter. Working his way in is Todd Day, former UCLA star, and Day gets the first points to start the season.
Now, as you're watching this game, you know Phoenix is playing without an established point guard, but they're getting off the dribble in the lane great. Now, if Todd Day can post, Rodney Rogers can post up, that will help the second unit.
Longley remains in there guarding Shaquille O'Neal. Luke picking up 1 foul, and Shaq with the miss tapped around, and Shaq gets it. Robert Horry goes back to O'Neal.
How do you get away with it?
And Longley gets the rebound, and a foul is called. And that'll go against the Suns, and that'll be on Rodney Rogers. Tomorrow on TNT, Game 3, the Blazers at the Jazz. And so far, it's been all Portland in this series. Friday on TNT, we'll have Game 3 of the Heat and Knicks. They're all even 1-1, followed by the third game of this series between the Lakers and the Suns. Coverage for both nights begins at 8 p.m. Eastern Time.
A big fact in Game 1, the Lakers make 21 out of 26 foul shots. Shaq makes 7 out of 10. And when you shoot, Lakers shoot 81%. That's big.
Lakers at the free throw line for the first time tonight, and the Shaq now with 9 points in the game.
Now, this is the first time we've seen the Lakers 1-2, 1-1, full court, zone trap.
So we have Todd Day, Kevin Johnson, Sean Marion, Luke Longley, and Rodney Rogers for the Phoenix Suns. And Horry trying to double team on Rogers, and does a great job of getting back on the pass inside. And it's the save cannot be made by Rogers, but it was Horry who really made it happen on defense.
That was a nice try. That was an excellent try. Great hustle by Rodney Rogers.
But Robert Horry very alert in trying to get to that interior pass.
The early going, the Lakers have 3 offensive rebounds. That's all. So up till this point, Phoenix doing a good job. Phoenix only 2 turnovers.
Here is Rice going in, and as you pointed out, Blaine Rice not just settling for the perimeter shot, driving in, but this time called for the charge.
Yeah, Ronnie Garrettson had that. He had it called all the way outside of the restraining area. And you're going to see it right there. Terrific. He was there in time, established his stance, and then also outside of the area, no question.
And a good move by Rogers to get position inside. Meanwhile, Rick Fox has checked in for the Lakers, so they have Shaq with Shaw, Horry, Fox, and Kobe Bryant.
In that first quarter, Phoenix made their run with Kobe Bryant on the bench. He is now back.
Bryant scored 4 points, but picked up the 2 personal fouls that sent him to an early rest period. Here is Longley, and Shaq got a piece of it.
Yeah, he's struggling right now. He's 1 for 7 from the field.
And there's the jumper missed by Kobe Bryant. He had a good look in a good open space that time.
Yeah, the second unit, they've got to run. They've got to get out and continue pushing hard.
Todd Day leaves it out to Longley. Shaq saying to Longley, take it if you can. Tries to get it inside, but not a good pass attempt to Rogers, who cannot hold on to it, and the Suns turn it over, and a timeout coming up.
Dick, the idea was good, but the pass was too hard to catch with one hand.
Well, there you look at Shaquille O'Neal, who is the first player since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to finish in the top 3 in the categories of points, rebounds, field goal percentage, and blocks. Kareem did it in the 76-77 campaign.
Now they added up there that he was first in the league this year, Shaq, in foul shot attempts, 10-4. First in assists for a center, a shade under 4 a game.
I think he may win more than 1 MVP. What do you think?
Not bad. MVP and the IBM award. Right. Not bad.
Shaq with a great feed. Talk about assists. Robert Horry.
See, anytime that you double team him in that situation and you come big man, the man that leaves, and Horry, as soon as he saw that, right to the front of the rim. Shaq will get you the basketball.
Suns by 1. There's Rogers. Rogers has lost his footing on a couple of occasions. Kobe Bryant ahead of the field, getting the pass, and the Lakers regain the lead.
We said at the end of the first quarter, only 2 turnovers. They started out the second quarter with a turnover. Once again, Rogers now has picked up 2 quick ones. They're trying to cut down on Bryant getting out on the break.
And Shaq made it tough for Bryant to really arch that shot. Rodney Rogers off to a slow start here since he's come off the bench. Here is Shaq with the one-hander, and his captain Marion comes out with it. So Sean Marion in there with Kevin Johnson, Todd Day, Luke Longley, and Rodney Rogers.
Sean Marion, plenty of hop in his sneakers. I mean, he's the sky man.
Well, he gives them the best athleticism of anyone on that team. Here's Day. And Horry gets the rebound.
Yeah, he was trying to get contact, Dick, and you can't worry about that. You've got to go up and take a clear shot at the basket.
Kobe Bryant trying to drive around is fouled by Todd Day, and Jason Kidd, who started the game and did not score, and looked to be in decent shape right now. As you mentioned, running like a normal guy, comes back into the game, replacing Kevin Johnson.
In his 10 minutes, Dick, he kept the tempo up. He kept the pressure on the Lakers by forcing the dribble and getting out on the break.
And Horry getting the foul, and Rodney Rogers picking up his 2nd foul. So right now, Scott Skiles not getting much from his bench, particularly from Rodney Rogers, and Horry will go to the line. Penny Hardaway preparing to come back into the game. Hardaway had 9 points in the first quarter. Clifford Robinson leading the Suns with 11.
If Phoenix were a healthy team, you would have Tom Gugliotta, Rex Chapman, 2 guys who between them get you close to 20 points on a nightly basis. But when you take them out of the mix and you're playing Jason Kidd with a limited mobility, what is happening is you're taking 3 of your top 6 scorers out of action here. So that puts great pressure on Rodney Rogers, Cliff Robinson, and Luke Longley to step up here. Now, you know Hardaway's going to get his points, but these other 3 guys, Dick, have got to step up and be consistent.
Well, 28 30-plus points in playoffs for the two veteran playoff people. Gugliotta, who went out with a knee injury March the 10th, and then Chapman, who had the appendectomy, and everyone had to move up a notch on this team.
Well, this team had the third-best record since the All-Star break. Gugliotta and Chapman both missed over 26 games, and Jason Kidd missed 15. This is a quality group when they're all together.
Jack tears the ball away from Marion. Cliff Robinson into the game, made the entry pass to Sean Marion. And with under 8 minutes to go, the Suns reverting to game number 1 with the turnovers. Fox looking inside and driving around Jason Kidd is Bryant, and a reach-in foul on the play. The Lakers leading by 3. The Suns actually had a 4-point lead in the waning minutes of the first quarter as Clifford Robinson chalks up his first.
Now, if you're coaching Phoenix this quarter, you're frustrated. First quarter, it was your style, your game plan. You're frustrated now because of the turnovers and because your guys are playing defense with their hands, not their feet. They're not moving their feet.
And here is Fox going up, and another foul called. Once again, Shaq getting the ball to Fox in good position down low, and Marion with his second personal.
Give the big fellow a lot of credit, Dick. That's why we tried to bring out the point to you that he is the leading center in assists this year, 3.8 a game. You cut and you're open, he will find you with a catchable pass.
Looks like a point guard with some of the passes he's making inside thus far tonight. So Rick Fox on the free throw line, and when you consider the Lakers bench of the likes of Ori, Fox, we haven't seen Derek Fisher, who did not play in game number 1. These are players who started for the Lakers a couple of seasons ago.
Well, you look at this group, anytime that you can add an AC Green and a Brian Shaw and a Harper, you're adding 3 guys with 10 or more seasons of playoff experience. Now you add them to the group that was previously here, you really have quality. They're not going with Fisher because defensively they like to switch. And with all the guys out there, they do not lose a thing when they switch. Now right now, AC Green is the center.
Shaq goes out for the first time in the game. And here is Penny Hardaway trying to loft it up. Corey Blunt just in the game. And Kidd gets it to Hardaway. And we'll have a loose ball foul against the Lakers. Corey Blunt, who is a former Laker and Chicago Bull, has been bothered by a pain in his left foot. Took treatment on Monday. And, of course, the Suns need him in full strength.
As soon as Shaq went out of the game, Phoenix went small with Blunt, and they answered by bringing AC Green back in to play defensively on Blunt. So, you know, it's really a small game out there right now. If guys 6'7" to 6'9" are considered small.
Right. And, of course, Longley is on the bench right now, and he plays away from the basket. 17 seconds on the shot clock. The quick double on Clifford Robinson. Ori's staying with him. And here is Robinson. Blunt getting the offensive rebound. Kidd with the pass to Marion, who lays it in. Good pass by Jason Kidd.
Well, this guy Marion's got talent. You know, Dick, he was off and running. Danny Ainge told us he thought he was the second best player on their team when everyone was healthy in training camp. But he missed 31 games with an operation on the knee.
Brian Shaw from the corner. So Shaw now with his second field goal of the game, and the Lakers lead by 3.
Yeah, Shaw, solid play.
Hardaway driving in and is fouled. Good spin move by Penny Hardaway on the baseline, and he'll go to the line and shoot. The Suns already in the penalty, but Kobe Bryant has picked up his 3rd personal foul, and a few words for Ron Garrison. Timeout.
3 games, but he sat them out near the end of the season to rest up for the playoffs. Now, what's the big deal? Because last year he missed 1 game, but he had stomach ailment, which cut down on his rebound and a shot blocker. The year before that, 20. The year before that, 31. So in the 3 previous seasons, Dick, the guy missed 52 games. But through acupuncture and working with a physical therapist in Vancouver, Alex McKechnie, they have eliminated the pain, and he is off and running.
Well, Ron Harper said the key to Shaquille O'Neal's season is when Phil Jackson said, you're going to play the whole game and every game because nobody's behind you and you have a chance to do your thing. And he took it from there. And did he ever? 8 on the shot clock. Ori quick fires it away. It's Robert Ori with a 3, and that is the first 3-point basket for the Lakers tonight.
Now, in the playoffs. Robert Horry is now 5 for 9 in threes. Kind of reminds you back when he played with Houston and he would knock in the three. A great three-point shooter in Houston.
Robinson getting a screen from Corey Blunt, and Shaquille O'Neal comes down with it under 6 minutes remaining in the second quarter. The Lakers by 4.
Phoenix cannot stay on the perimeter, Dick. They got to get back to that first quarter. Pushing, you don't push when you set up half court off the dribble.
And Fox with a 3 out of bounds, and the Suns get it back. The Suns were 53 and 29, and if you're wondering about their work on the road, they have won 11 of their last 16 on the road, including 1 out of 2 in the first round against San Antonio. Here is Clifford Robinson left open, or Corey Blunt for the shot. And the Laker lead down to 2. They gave Blunt that shot easy.
Yeah, well, Shaq's got to say he's laying in the lane right now, Dick, and he's saying, I am going to force whoever is playing center to be consistent and make the shots. Otherwise, I'll help out.
Shaq getting the basket and drawing the foul. No way to stop Shaquille O'Neal when he gets the ball down low in such an enviable position.
Well, just keep an eye on the catch. Once he's in the paint, it's all over. There's nothing you can do about it. You see Blount, he's up there strong. And with the big fella squares up and he takes it with both hands, it's over.
11 points and 6 rebounds already for Shaquille O'Neal. And here it is again. Impossible to really cut him down. Glenn Rice back into the game for the Lakers. As Rick Fox sits down. Shaquille O'Neal now with 12.
Big thing right now, half-court offense. Come on, Phoenix, you got to move the basketball and understand your strength. You see how far Shaq's playing off of bounds? He's just saying, hey, I'm going to dare you to show me that you want that shot.
And the Suns lately have been settling for the perimeter shot with 6 on the shot clock. And right now they're doing the same. Robinson, though, he's the one to take the 3. And O'Neal out-jumps Corey Blunt for the rebound. The lead was 5 for the Lakers. They led by as many as 8 in the early minutes.
See, all of this trapping on the wings on Hardaway and Kidd is forcing them to give up the basketball. Precious seconds going off the shot clock.
Shaq with a turnaround on the baseline, and Sean Marion with that leaping ability gets position inside. Here is Kidd with a no-look pass to Corey Blunt, and he's fouled. That was Kidd with a terrific feed to Corey Blunt.
Corey Blunt, that should have been a score. You see, that was just a casual catch. Now keep an eye to the right of your screen. Beautiful pass by Kidd. So you got to send this one down. The pass is fumbled, and then a weak attempt at the basket you end up with, you got to make 2 foul shots.
Blunt played 2 years with the Chicago Bulls under Phil Jackson there, and then traded to the Lakers where he played 3 years for LA and played his college ball at the University of Cincinnati. The foul was on Ron Harper, and Blunt connects on 1 out of 2.
You say, well, what's the big deal? The big deal is he's a 58% foul shooter. So the chances of him making 2 are in the favor of the Lakers. So consequently, and you want to foul him, or you hope that he doesn't send things down strong.
Lakers by 4. Suns now shooting 27% after going 50% in the first quarter. Shaq on a reverse lay-in gets his own rebound and gets the basket and the foul. He is that quick, and it doesn't take long for him to put the putback through, and the foul will be against Clifford Robinson, his second.
See, it sounds easy. Keep him off the offensive glass. Now just watch as he misses this. All right, and he just comes right back, gets it, and then he's coming back strong, because with the big hands, it's just like a little softball in his hand. He can dunk it either way or send it down with both.
He has the chance to be as good as any center who ever played this game.
Well, no doubt about that. I mean, his numbers year in and year out ever since he's come in the league have been staggering. Last year is the first year that he was not in the top 10 in the 4 major categories, and he was in 3.
Under 4 minutes to go in the first half, and the Lakers have opened it up, leading by 7. Here is Jason Kidd making the pass to Marion at the baseline, and Shaq with his 9th rebound, already on the verge of a double-double with 3:41 to go in the first half. Glenn Rice in and out from the corner.
Lakers doing an excellent job holding Phoenix to only 1 shot attempt.
Hardaway on the double team. Luke Longley back in there. Gets it to Marion, who gets the basket. Sean Marion quietly has 8 for the Suns.
It always comes down to the fact that the monster guy at the other end of the court, offensively, are you going to make him work defensively? Anytime that you get a chance to take it at him and go up and go for the hard dunk, you have the potential of getting a foul on the man. You saw right there, he stepped away from Marion.
Here is Horry, and it's stripped away. Jason Kidd and Hardaway knocking the ball away from Horry, but it's out of bounds. Last touched by the Suns.
Yeah, they gave him the block, but they're saying that he was out of bounds on the catch.
4 seconds on the shot clock for the Lakers. And anytime you double Shaq, you know you're going to have the outside shooters available. Here is O'Neal with Shaw on the follow. They couldn't keep Shaw off the offensive board.
Well, by Jason Kidd doubling on Shaq, as soon as the shot went up, the passer was Brian Shaw. He just went right for the offensive board.
So choose your poison. That's what happens however you want to play Shaquille O'Neal. Here is Robinson going out to Luke Longley, and Longley, after a cold start, has hit his last 2. It is a 5-point Laker lead, 2:35 to go in the first. First half, that is. Lakers led by 8 early on. The Suns came back to lead by 4. 2 at the end of the first quarter. Now with 8 on the shot clock. Here is O'Neal. And the foul. Luke Longley. And he'll pick up his second personal foul. We'll be right back with 2:20 remaining in the half. 3 offensive rebounds here in this second quarter for the Lakers, yet it is a 5-point game, and Shaquille O'Neal on the line. He is 3 of 4 from the stripe thus far, after, as Hubie mentioned, a terrific 7 of 10 effort in game 1 Sunday.
Now, we know that when they played Sacramento, they struggled on the foul line. They struggled with their shooting, and then they gave up a ton of points on the road. Now, we have no idea how they're going to react when they play in Phoenix. A big thing right now for Phoenix, you can hang in this game if you continue to push. Now, we're not seeing them push, basically because they cannot hold the Lakers to 1 shot.
Here is Hardaway with a turnaround shot. Marion with the offensive rebound. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Longley given the outside shot. He can't make it, but Marion is fouled. And Sean Marion really has kept the Suns very much in the game here in the first half with his hustle at both ends. And one of the reasons why the Suns hanging in there, of course, is you saw Kobe Bryant on the bench with 3 personal fouls, has scored 6 points, and the Suns have done well with Kobe on the bench. Coming up on the AT&T halftime report, Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith, and Peter Vesey, joined by Hornets coach Paul Silas in the studio. We'll have first half analysis of this game and highlights and post-game reaction of the Pacers' 97-89 win over the Sixers to go up 3-0.
Now, Sean Marion is having a great playoff. He's averaging 10 points. He's a shade under 10 rebounds, and he is leading the team in shot blocks with 2 a game. So for a small forward, he's putting up some impressive statistics.
9th pick out of UNLV. Here is the Shaw going back on the repost to Shaquille O'Neal. And O'Neal with a shot over Luke Longley. 17 first-half points for Shaq.
I tell you, that's hard to do. See, he continues to go to the baseline side. By going to the baseline, he's going away from the double team.
Jason Kidd comes back with a pair. That's his first field goal of the game, and the Suns trailing the Lakers by 4. Jason Kidd starting tonight and playing despite what is called tendonitis in his injured left ankle, one that was operated on for a fracture back in March. Came back in less than 6 weeks, a miraculous comeback for Kidd. Meanwhile, with 5 on the shot clock, Shaw going back to O'Neal, the turnaround, and having a great first half with 19.
Now, Luke Longley on the last 2 shots, right up on top of him, outstretched, 7 foot, pressuring the shot. He's making that shot. That's a tough angle.
And there is a steal as Horry took the pass away from Jason Kidd, and Shaw finding Harper. As we wind down to 30 seconds to go in the first half, the Lakers trying to open up an 8-point lead, which would match their biggest margin. Again, it's Shaquille O'Neal against Longley going inside for the basket. Up and under, 21 for Shaq.
I like that. Up and under was right. That's exactly what he did. That was beautiful.
A variety of shots, including 3 dunks from him in this half.
I think that's great about him is he has such a nice touch. He plays the glass well.
And the final seconds of this first half, Clifford Robinson can't get enough height on it. And time running out as the basket's going to count. Jason Kidd with an acrobatic shot at the buzzer. But it's Shaquille O'Neal, 9 of 17 from the field. A variety of great passes and shots. 21 points and 9 rebounds, showing why he was the NBA's near unanimous most valuable player. And so at the end of the half, here in Game 2 here at the Staples Center, the Lakers leading the Suns 50-44. Now it's
allow Shaq to play 8 feet away from them and help out on all the double teams.
There's Longley, who has 2 fouls and 4 points. And very important that he continues to keep that big body in front of Shaq, no matter what Shaq can do. So it's Kidd and Marion with the Longley, Hardaway, and Clifford Robinson for the Suns. Kidd getting into Longley, and Longley with a good pass into Hardaway, who starts the third quarter scoring.
That was a beautiful screen on the left side of the lane. Longley screening for Hardaway. Hardaway saw that Harper cheated. He went backdoor, and Longley made a beautiful pass.
Here's Shaq. No double team yet. Hardaway came over. Kobe Bryant hitting the shot. Rice and Bryant attempted only 9 shots in the first half, well below what they normally do.
Well, anytime that you double team off of the passer, then you're open up that passer to make a return catch and take the ball right into the middle of the floor.
And remember, Kobe Bryant playing with 3 personal fouls, the only player with 3. And the Lakers leading by 6 points and the ball in the early going. Remember, they outscored the Suns 29-19 in the third quarter in Game 1. 7 on the clock, and Marion defending against Rice. Rice going more to the hoop tonight. On the double team, throws it away. And here is Jason Kidd. Kobe Bryant back on the D.
They're looking for the trailers.
Here's Clifford Robinson, defended by A.C. Green, backing his way in, losing the ball. And finally, the foul is committed. Robinson lost control, but instead the Lakers pick up the foul. It's on Harper.
Scott Skiles feels that Robinson can post A.C. Green, and that Rodney Rogers can come in, and he can post rest. Now, he feels that they should be able to score on the post with these two. Well, we have to see it.
That was one of the few times that they even attempted it.
That's right, in a bobbled pass.
And there is Robinson going out to driving Longley, lost control of it. Luke Longley lost control, but the Lakers are sloppy. Handed back to the Suns. Kidd misses a shot in the paint, and Phoenix had a good opportunity to go by the board.
Yeah, when you're coaching, see, that breaks your heart. Because Luke Longley had a dunk, loses the basketball. Kidd has an 8-foot easy shot. You know, couldn't make up his mind. Do I swish it or bang it?
Against the Lakers, you can't mess up too many chances like that on the road, especially. Here is Shaq, one-handed, front rim, and Sean Marion brings it up. 6-point lead for the Lakers.
That was careless. That was really a careless pass.
Here's Jason Kidd in the lane. Rice with the outlet to Kobe Bryant. Kidd stays with him.
In Game 1, Kobe Bryant scored 8 baskets in the paint. Scott Skiles is trying to cut that down.
And there is Shaq with a quick double team and gets the rebound and puts it in. What a tremendous effort by Shaquille O'Neal when they're all grasping for the ball.
Yeah, it's just interesting because he's so active. He's so, you know, he moves so quick. And you said it beautifully earlier, Dick. You said he's quick as a cat. At the other end, Luke Longley is getting the same opportunities, but he's just slow getting to the spot.
Longley misses an open jumper. And the Lakers can open up their biggest lead of the game right here. Third quarter, the Suns trying to stay with the Lakers, not letting them open it up again as they did in Game 1. Rice to Harper. Shaq doubled with Longley and Kidd right now with 2 on the shot clock, and he gets the basket. There is nothing Shaq can't do tonight from that position.
Now, he's shooting such a high percentage, Dick. The jump hook has been his bailout. And then on the left side of the floor, the baseline turn where he's elevating and shooting up over the top of the centers.
25 points for Shaquille O'Neal, along with 13 rebounds, and the biggest lead tonight, 10.
Now, this is great. See, he reads the clock. He knows it's coming down. And once again, an angle, jump hook, nothing but net.
Meanwhile, Rodney Rogers into the game for the Suns, and they're going to need production out of him. He was 0 for 1 from the field in the first half, and again, the Lakers forced the Suns into some sloppy play. Rogers was 3 for 13 in game number 1. Remember, he was the NBA's top 6 man, and they're going to need points from him. Rogers inside, tips in the missed layup.
Yeah, they need him to step up. During the course of the year, he averaged 14 points a game in a little over 24 minutes. He would give you the rebounds. Now, during the year, he shot a high percentage, and he shot 44% in threes. He just has to get, you know, loose in this series and start playing with a little more confidence.
Here is Kobe Bryant. Hardaway giving him the outside shot, and Kobe gladly accepting it. Bryant now with 10 points, and the lead again is 10.
Yeah, he's making all the jumpers this evening.
Both Shaq and Kobe can beat you so many ways with a variety of shots. What a 1-2 punch. Here's Robinson, blocked by Harper, and the foul call. Clifford Robinson and Ron Harper very nearly getting the block, picking up his 3rd person.
Well, Phoenix, they're going to go with Luke Longley as their main passer from the wings. And in any time that they drop down into the post-up guy, they're catching the Lakers trying to double team the post. When that happens, if you just move to the front of the basket, you're going to be wide open. That's what happened on that last play.
But the Suns not taking advantage of their chances. Robinson is scoreless since the first quarter when he scored 11 points, and it is a 58-49 game.
In the early going, Phoenix has had the opportunity to drop down at least 6 open shots from the dotted line down. When you're on the road, Dick, you've got to capitalize on it.
And when you're on the road in L.A., where the Lakers have won 21 of their last 22 games, you really can't afford a margin of error. Luke Longley now picking up his 3rd personal foul, and Rice will inbound. So Longley with 3. As you look at the shooting percentage, the Lakers up to 67% here in the 3rd. Suns down to 25%. Missed by Kobe Bryant. 9-point lead for the Lakers, nearly halfway through this 3rd quarter. Here is Hardaway working in, and a reach and foul. And now watch out as Hardaway with a few words.
Well, Harper, yeah, you know what? Harper has a good point here, because he did a nice defensive job on Hardaway, getting him to that point. And you can see he's looking to the left of your screen here now. Is Kobe Bryant going to double team? Now, right there, Harper did not like the shoulder into his face. That's what he did not like.
And that is the 4th personal foul on Ron Harper. 3 already here in the 3rd quarter, and Brian Shaw will come off the bench and replace Harper.
Harper and Brian Shaw, interchangeable parts. Both guys are good defenders. Both guys can play the point for you, and both guys will get the ball to where it's supposed to go in a triangle. If the shot clock is running down, fine, they'll take a shot, but they are not going to force anything.
Penny Hardaway is 7 of 8 from the free throw line, and again going to the line more than any other Phoenix player.
Now here's the trap, the 2-2-1. Now they match up.
And here is Shaq.
Can you believe it?
Shaq gets the basket. Penny Hardaway came over to get a hand on the ball. Means nothing. No matter. O'Neal now with 27 points. And Rodney Rogers misses a 3. And the Lakers with a 9-point lead now in a position to open up their biggest lead. So inexorably, it seems, here in the third quarter, starting to pull away unless the Suns clamp down. But now the Lakers lose the ball on a turnover.
Yeah, this is a dangerous time for Phoenix. They've got to look at high percentage shots here right now. Stop forcing bad opportunities.
Robinson not ready for that Penny Hardaway pass in short range. Likes it better there, posting up against Brian Shaw and hitting. Good matchup for the Suns.
Oh, they should run that all night long. If Brian Shaw gets caught on either a Rodney Rogers or a Cliff Robinson, run him into the post in your transition game.
7-point lead. The Lakers lead, trying to make it 2-0 in the best of 7 before the series moves to Phoenix Friday night. Here is Kobe Bryant, and off of his hands, and now a 2-on-1. Green gets back defensively, and a blind pass by Kidd. Kidd bounced it behind him, and the Suns a little bit too careless in a critical game on the road. Rice driving in, and the ball knocked away, last touch by the Lakers.
I was shocked that Jason Kidd went with that wraparound with his left hand. Dropped that pass down inside. You cannot try to put the ball through a keyhole down there, because right now every position is so big due to the fact that you are a major minus here.
Hardaway pulling up, hitting, and the lead now is cut to 5. Penny Hardaway with 17 points. Remember, he had 25 Sunday.
Dick said at halftime, he just needs more catches, and they need to go to him, because right now they're playing him straight up. And anytime you get him in a straight-up situation, he's been playing well.
Glenn Rice, only his 6th point of the game, but the answer is Hardaway's jumper, and it's 62-55. 4.5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Hardaway, a double team with Shaq, his former teammate with the Magic. Good fake by Rodney Rogers, but a weak shot put up by him.
Well, he couldn't make up his mind. Should I take it all away and try to dunk it, possibly get fouled, or do I stop here and shoot that midpoint jump shot? That is a poor percentage area on the floor. A lot of defense send you to that midpoint.
Rogers 1 for 5 now from the field, picks up his 3rd personal foul. So far, no factor.
What do you think about that?
I think it's great. Shaq can do anything he wants to do.
What kind of wrestler do you think he'd be?
He'd be a big, good one.
He'd be a big, good one?
Absolutely.
All right, Dick, and you'll be...
All right, Bill Goldberg of the WCW, and of course Dennis Rodman, Karl Malone have also wrestled. And good to see Goldberg tonight here. Brian Shaw hitting the shot from the corner. Lakers by 9.
Brian Shaw very quietly 4 for 6 from the field. Right now, Phoenix, they've got to be careful.
Longley with his 4th foul.
That's right. A moving screen down on that left of the lane, and they have to be careful, because you do not want this to jump out to a 12-15 by the end of 3.
Reminiscent of the game 1 Sunday, and Shaw trying to lob it into Kobe. And Kobe Bryant is fouled by Penny Hardaway, but Bryant will go for the line. Bryant has averaged 23 points, 6.5 assists, 6 rebounds against the Suns this year.
Well, he's just having a magnificent playoff. You know, throughout all of the playoff games played to date, he's averaging 27 points a game. And then when you add the fact that he gives you 5 rebounds, and he's there in assists, steals, and blocks, plus he is drawing defensively the #1 guard offensively.
And the first team selection on the All-NBA defensive team. The free throws by Kobe, he has 12, and the biggest lead for the Lakers, who are up now 66-55. Corey Blunt replacing Longley, who goes out with 4 fouls. Here is Rogers trying to get on track. A wild 3, not even close. He's 1 for 6 now from the field.
I would not say that the Laker defense is overpowering tonight, mainly because Phoenix is getting a lot of good looks at the basket, and they just can't make a shot.
Hardaway doing the job against Bryant, avoiding the foul. Kobe missed it as Kobe gets a hand on it, and the Suns have the ball, but trailing by 11.
Kobe is not just dangerous on the man that he guards. He's excellent in the passing lanes, and in that one, he left his man to come and pick up Robinson as the trailer, knowing that Robinson was going to rotate that pass.
Jason Kidd, who has 4 points tonight. Question as to whether he would even play tonight. Hardaway for 3. And the Lakers get it back, leading by 11 and slowly stretching that lead almost at every possession. 2:45 to go in the third. Rice. Glenn Rice feeling it here in the second half, has 8 points.
The Lakers are moving smoothly within their offensive sets. At the other end of the floor, Phoenix, like they're in mud. Everything is taking a long period of time, and you notice everything is a jump shot.
And Jason Kidd breaks an 8-0 Laker run with 2:19 to go in the third quarter. But once again, the Lakers have opened up the lead here in the third period, as they did in game 1. Rice going baseline. Foul. Good move by Glenn Rice. And pretty tough not to foul him on that play. Well, tomorrow on TNT, it'll be game 3. The Blazers at the Jazz. Utah trying to get back into the series at home, and they have been outplayed by the Blazers, who have seemed to have found themselves again. Heat and Lakers game 3 coming your way Friday night. That series all tied. That'll be seen shifts to Madison Square Garden, and the Lakers Suns, the second half of that TNT doubleheader from Phoenix. Coverage for both nights will begin at 8 p.m. Eastern.
When Glenn Rice has put the ball on the floor and attacked the basket, he's been fouled or he has scored. And it's interesting because the Phoenix rotating guy coming is way too slow.
49 points for the Lakers' big 3 of their 70 so far, leading by 13 with under 2 minutes to play here in the third. Blunt setting a screen for Hardaway with a fall away, and Penny now with 19.
He can get his shot. Unfortunately for Phoenix, very few of the other guys can get their shots. Anybody who puts it down is beating a man. The Lakers trap him, they throw the ball, and Phoenix cannot catch the pass and execute with a score.
Shaq getting the rebound on the miss by Rice, but the Lakers committing the foul. And that will go against, no, it'll be against the Suns. Corey Blunt with his 3rd foul, only already on the bench with 4. And Blunt now with 3. So Shaq is on the line. He is 3 for 6 so far from the free throw line. And that was his poorest effort of the night.
That's right. Never up, never in.
You're not a golfer. I'm surprised you know about that in the world of putting.
Yeah, there you go.
Kobe Bryant gets a hand as he leaves the game. He has come back with the 3 fouls and has scored 12 points, replaced by Rick Fox.
Anytime that Kobe goes to the bench, that's when Phoenix makes a run. They have not been able to make a run with Kobe Bryant on the floor. 12-point lead for the Lakers, trying to take a 2-0 lead at home in this best of 7. And the Suns now called for an illegal defense, their first. The Suns are trying to isolate Hardaway on the left side of the floor. When they're doing that, the Lakers are not following their men away from the basket to the opposite side, and especially outside the 3-point area.
1:19 to go, and Shaq and Penny Hardaway, former teammates with the Orlando Magic, are the scoring leaders right now. Jason Kidd hitting the 3. So Kidd now hitting the second 3-pointer for the Suns.
Here they come.
Down 71-62, and as you pointed out so ably, it always comes when Kobe Bryant sits down. Under a minute remaining in the third. Shaq fouls Blunt, and then Rodney Rogers came over, and one of them will pick up his 4th personal foul, and it'll be on Corey Blunt. So Shaq will go to the line shooting 2. Right now, let's take a look at TNT's Sunday Night Movie.
Shouldn't play with matches.
When Clint Eastwood directs and stars in a movie, it never gets old. See Pale Rider, Sunday night at 8 on TNT.
Shaq misses both free throws. He is now 4 of 10 from the line, but has 28 points and 15 rebounds. As the Suns try to narrow the gap. They were down by 6 at the half, trailing by 9. 10 on the shot clock.
Good defense by Rip Fox.
Good deny by Fox. Rogers going up, and it was Shaquille O'Neal who stayed with him all the way.
Shaq just came over right that time, helped out, disrupted the shot.
And Rice hitting a three. Len Rice, who had 4 points after the first quarter, now with 13 points in the game. And the Lakers lead by 12. And the Suns playing for the final shot of the third quarter, and a big three by Clifford Robinson to stem the tide.
Big thing right now, only 12 seconds to go. Come up. You know that anytime you go to Shaq, they're allowing the pass to go straight in. No one's fronting, no one's jamming the passer.
And here is a long-range shot by A.C. Green as time runs out. So if you want to look back on Sunday, the Lakers open up a 15-point lead after 3 quarters. Tonight, they have a 9-point edge on the Suns, and they're faced by the MVP of the NBA.
Not holding them to one shot and getting out at all. You've had plenty of good looks at the basket in the corner and a lot of easy ones like that right there. You have to score when you are in the paint, because at the other end, they are punishing you in the paint.
Rodney Rogers with the basket trap. Suns putting pressure on Horry. He loses it out of bounds.
Another break. It's nice to see them try to pick up the tempo. And by that, you do that full court defense. It's happened here on 2 occasions now. Maybe they'll get back in this game.
Scott Skiles may have seen the one fast break point himself on our budget rent-a-car fast break and said, I've got to do something to change that. Wide open, Clifford Robinson hits the basket, so the Suns on an early 4th quarter roll, and the lead is 5.
Stay with your full court pressure. You stay with your full court pressure. It's been good to you.
And stumbling is Kobe Bryant, and they're going to call the foul on Penny Hardaway. Tripping up Kobe.
Yeah, you have to call that, Dick. Even though it's inadvertent, you can see it right there. He catches him right on that right foot, causing him to stumble.
Interesting, Kobe is back in there, and the Suns have done most of their damage with him on the bench. Trying to crossover dribble here, facing Rogers, forces the shot, and now the Suns trying to cut it down again.
Got to kick and push.
Hardaway side to Clifford Robinson, and Scott Skiles off the bench cheering on the Suns, who trail by 3.
Once again, see, they're holding you to 1. They push hard. They run the lane so well. With Marion and Cliff Robinson, you've got guys who can really motor.
And Brian Shaw, boy, he has done a job off the bench. 10 points for Shaw tonight.
Yeah, great job. He's 5 for 7 from the field. He's doing an excellent job defensively, moving the basketball, and then hitting the open shot.
Suns in a 9-2 run in the last minute 39. Coming out strong here in the 4th quarter, trying to make a game of it. Kidd with Bryant. Hardaway, turnaround, the basket counts and a foul. And so the Phoenix Suns are energized here early in the 4th quarter, trying to steal a game on the road against the Lakers.
Anytime that they hit Hardaway on the left side of the floor, the Lakers are coming strong with the double. Then when he gives the ball back up, he reposts in the painted area. And by reposting, he's catching his man on his back. They can continue to do this and work it and milk it until the Lakers stop it.
Hardaway misses the free throw. Out of bounds, last touched by Clifford Robinson, but the Laker lead at one time, 13, has been cut to 3.
All right, here's your trap. 1-2-2, 1-2-1-1. They went for the one trap, didn't get anything. Now they're matching up.
Here is Horry into O'Neal. No way to stop it in a foul. And Clifford Robinson trying to offer some resistance, and ill-advised, really.
Well, Dick, anytime that you trap out in the corner, or as a man is driving to the basket, you trap out there. Once you do that, you cannot play behind a guy like Shaq. The man on the opposite side of the trap has got the front Shaq. That's your only chance.
Shaq with a 3-point play now with 31 points. coming off a 37-point effort in Game 1.
When you play a team as talented as the Lakers in their building, the game comes down to little things. All the little things. You've got to try to omit your mistakes and capitalize when you got an advantage.
Robinson misses, the tip attempt misses, and Corey Blunt gets it out. And Clifford Robinson hitting a three. So Robinson has hit his third three-pointer of the game, has 24 points, down to 3 again.
Well, I'll tell you, Cliff is on fire tonight in three-point land.
This after going 1 for 3 in Game 1. Suns coming alive with 4 three-pointers. Driving to the basket, and that is teamwork with Kobe penetrating and feeding Shaquille O'Neal, who has 33.
See, Blount was right. Blount just said, he said to Rogers, hey, I went over and picked him up. You're supposed to rotate back and pick up my man. That's exactly right. You don't stand out on the wing guarding no one when the ball is inside the painted area.
Here is Penny Hardaway guarded by Shaw with 7 on the clock, and a foul before the shot. As Robert Horry picking up the personal foul, and will have a timeout. Clifford Robinson exploding here with 7 points so far in the fourth quarter, including this 3, and the Suns back in the game but trailing 81-76. And that's the Phoenix Suns game, and when Jason Kidd is totally healthy, they're even quicker than that. Under 9 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. 8 on the shot clock.
Somebody's open here now. See a bad spacing.
Rodney Rogers with a three-point attempt. Offensive rebound. Another possession for the Suns. Robinson has knocked away Robert Horry on the steal. And there is Horry, and a very smart foul, as Horry would have had an easy lay-in, and Kidd fouled Kobe Bryant.
Oh, I like that. That was an excellent defensive play by Kidd. They're going to take the ball. That was just a smart play. He surveyed the situation and realized that he got in front of Kobe, and then he just goes strong for the foul.
Here is Glenn Rice. Rogers the rebound. Laker lead is 5. You're right, the Suns pushing it up a lot more here in the fourth quarter.
When you push, Dick, your trailer becomes a good option for a kick back out for the three-point shot.
And now the Lakers called for an illegal defense. And that is the second violation, and that'll be a technical foul. Phil Jackson, whose team had a struggle to beat Sacramento in 5 in round 1, now find themselves in a tussle here in the fourth quarter of Game 2.
Anytime that they post up Cliff Robinson, the Lakers are running 2 guys. If Cliff passes the ball out, the spacing for Phoenix, they've got to get to their spots a little quicker so that it will open up the uncontested shot on the second pass out of the trap.
Clifford Robinson misses a 3. Hardaway going back to Robinson. Tough play over Shaq. He had to spin it up sideways. And Robinson with 26 points. His career playoff high is 28.
Now, see, that was a great pass by Penny Hardaway.
And you saw Fox come in for Glenn Rice moments ago. And there is Shaq. He wants the ball, and he scores against 3 smaller defenders.
If you are not going to play the guy in the corner, you can't play halfway.
And the Suns turn it over as the ball bouncing off of the hands of Corey Blunt. Here is Fox. Jack posting up against Corey Blunt. Big advantage there, and the turnaround. A lot of bodying going on underneath. Hardaway has been very unselfish tonight, yet he has 21 points himself. He has 7 assists. Here is Rogers with a short-range shot. And Rodney Rogers with the basket, and the lead is 2 again.
Well, Rodney Rogers has got to come to life now because Hardaway is doing it. Cliff Robinson is doing it. Now, Rodney Rogers, if he can post up, you know he can take his man and muscle him down inside.
I said average nearly 14 a game, and the NBA's top 6-man. Brian, there's an unsung hero if the Lakers win it tonight. Shaw with 12 points.
He's been terrific. When you think over the entire season, Harper, Green, and Shaw, what they have meant to this team, invaluable. 3 outstanding additions to this ball club.
Lead is 4 for the Lakers. 6:35 remaining in the fourth. Here is Hardaway with a fall away, and Penny Hardaway now with 23.
Dick, he can get a shot anytime. Anytime that you want to isolate him on the left side. I mean, he's been doing it time and time again. And if he doesn't have the nice high percentage shot, he's been finding people.
2-point lead. Bryant steps back, misses the three. Shaq comes down with it, and a new clock for the Lakers. And the Lakers want a timeout. 6:09 remaining here in the fourth quarter, and the Lakers lead is 85-83.
Now this is Penny at his best. You know, he's an excellent, outstanding one-on-one player because he has many moves. He can finish off the dribble, he's got the fadeaway stuff, and he can take you into the lane. And also make the pass in traffic. With Stockton in the backcourt, then Smith or Bonzi Wells at the two-guard position have a major advantage. I like what Jerry Sloan said. The best playoff game played against us in my 15 years at Utah, game 2 in Park.
Pretty high compliment considering they played the Bulls in 2 championships, didn't they?
Yes, indeed.
Rebound by Corey Blunt, and the kid stays in bounds and looking for the Suns to tie the score or take the lead here with 5:40 to go, and the Staples crowd a little stunned by what the Suns are doing here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they're doing what they do best.
And Robinson is fouled. No basket. The foul was before the shot.
Nice back screen to bring Penny Hardaway down to the left side of the floor. And then a nice continuity following that.
Glenn Rice with 13 points, 9 in the third quarter, replaces Rick Fox for the Lakers. Here is Robinson, and that would have given the Suns the lead, but instead the Lakers have the ball and a 2-point advantage. Harper with Bryant, Horry, Shaq, and Glenn Rice. Here's Horry, hits the three. Second of the game.
Yeah, we brought out that point, Dick. You know, he's now shooting about 60% in regards to the threes in the playoffs. He has the old feel back, and it's nice to see it because he's a hard worker defensively and a good rebounder for you.
And he's won the ring, of course, while a member of the Houston Rockets. Jason Kidd coming back with his second three, so he matches Horry, and it's back to a 2-point game.
It's nice to see Jason Kidd feeling the confidence after missing the 18 games. 15 in the season, 3 in the first, 3 of the playoffs. You can see he's feeling his way, not rushing anything offensively.
Second game back since the injury, and O'Neal is fouled. Kobe Bryant got it to Shaq inside. 37 points for O'Neal, and a chance to conclude a 3-point play, and the lead is up to 4.
There's nothing you can do in that situation if the defense is designed to play behind him. Now, you saw how easy it was to make that pass. If you're going to play behind Shaq, then you have got to do some job in getting all over the passer. You cannot give the passer a wide open opportunity to drop the pass into him when he backs the defender into the paint.
Well, Shaq has 4 of the old-fashioned 3-point plays tonight, and 38 points in the game. The Lakers by 5, cut to 3. Clifford Robinson now has matched his playoff career high set while a member of the Portland Trail Blazers. And Kobe Bryant on the turnover, and the Trailblazers will get the ball back. It was a save made. The Suns, I mean, not the Trailblazers, but the Phoenix Suns. 3-point game, 91-88, nearly 4 minutes to go. Kid's not going to challenge Shaq. Steal by Horry, and a Phoenix foul against Rodgers.
Rodgers is just having a very difficult night. First of all, that should have been a catch and then a ball fake. Horry played it perfectly. On the catch, he went right for the steal. Now just keep an eye on this. It's a great pass. Now you have the defender running at you. He's at your mercy. You drop the basketball. And Horry is right on top of you like a cat.
That's the championship experience that the Lakers have coming off their bench, and now the Suns are over the limit, and Horry will be shooting 2.
You look at their bench production tonight. Brian Shaw, and Ori. They came in at halftime, 13 points. In the second half, Ori playing big, Brian Shaw playing big.
23 points between them. And the crowd chanting Ori, Ori. And Robert trying to give the Lakers a 5-point lead with 4:01 remaining. The Suns had cut the lead to 2 but couldn't cash in and tie it up. Under 4 minutes. Rice on the perimeter guarding Rogers. Ori trying to deny Clifford Robinson. 4 on the shot clock. Nothing going on with the offense. Hardaway is doubled, has to force it up at the buzzer. And the loose ball back to the Suns. Robinson misses a 3. Rushed that one. Rogers with the offensive rebound. Nearly got it on the reverse lay-in, but draws the foul.
Now, that was a sensational offensive rebound by Rodney Rogers. He really had to extend. He was sandwiched by 2 Lakers. He came up with that ball and then just attacked the rim. Right, this is just a great move. And then he attacks Shaq, brings it up on the opposite side. That's why I say every time that Phoenix, tonight and then in games 3 and 4, they've got to attack Shaq down inside. You cannot continue to just stop and enforce the jump shot up over the top of him, because he's never being challenged and he does not have to risk the potential of a foul.
Rodney Rogers, who played in this town with the LA Clippers for 4 years and the only member of the Suns to play in all 82 games, connects on both free throws, and it's 93-90 Lakers.
Now here comes the trap again. They're playing off the ball. Now they're looking for the one trap. It's interesting because it's not a hard trap. They're just trying to run some time off the clock.
13 on the shot clock, 3:17 to go in regulation.
It's a clear out right here.
Rice pulling up, and Robinson might have gotten a hand on it, but Kidd coming out with it quickly to Hardaway. Penny Hardaway did not have control of the ball, but he got fouled nonetheless.
Dick, the idea is perfect. You get the miss, Jason Kidd surveys the floor so quickly, and then he's unselfish. He gets rid of the ball, and that time they had the advantage up the right side, because when you hit Hardaway on the run, he can finish because he's so clever with the basketball off the dribble.
Kobe Bryant, who had 3 personal fouls at the half, picking up his 4th right now, and Penny Hardaway now with 25 points, 8 assists, and no turnovers tonight. Big game for him. It's a 1-point game. Lakers lead under 3 minutes remaining.
Now Luke Longley is back in to match up with Shaq, hoping that they can keep Shaq out of the painted area on the catch.
And there's Bryant here to Ron Harper from the baseline, and air ball, and the Suns can take the lead. Here is Hardaway, defended by Bryant, and setting up the play with 16 on the shot clock. Lakers by 1. Here is Clifford Robinson and Kobe Bryant getting the rebound. Suns missing a chance to take the lead there. Under 2.5 to play.
That's how the Suns play that. And that was a good high percentage shot for Cliff Robinson. He's been having an outstanding night.
And Longley fouls Shaq. As soon as they went in there, they wouldn't even allow him to go up. That is the 5th on Longley, and they'll force Shaquille O'Neal to go to the line to shoot 2.
Not bad strategy.
Hack-a-Shaq. It's an old formula.
So this is in your favor. If he makes 1 out of 2, you're only down 2, and everything is fine.
And the Suns getting more mileage from three-point land tonight, with Robinson hitting 3 and Kidd 2 if it comes down to that. But here is Shaquille O'Neal. And already the strategy pays off. The best Shaq can do is 1 out of 2. So he is 6 of 13 from the line.
Phoenix, you must block out, hold them to 1 opportunity, especially on the foul line.
And he missed them both, and Longley corrals it. So the Suns down by 1 once again to take their first lead since 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And here is Kidd, who is badgered by Kobe Bryant. 10 on the shot clock, cutting off all passing lanes for Kidd. And Rogers fires a 3 and misses.
give Harper a lot of credit. He continued to fight Hardaway all the way across the lane, into the post-up, even out to the wing. An outstanding defensive job by Ron Harper.
Out on his feet here at the Staples Center as Ron Harper, driving in the lane, is fouled. A two-shot situation. Both teams in the penalty right now. And Harper will go to the line. That was Hardaway's third. And Harper on the line for the first time. There is AC Green wearing the green Beanie Baby as for a good luck charm on. I guess you have to play over 1,000 consecutive games to feel you can wear that in public.
When you're a parent and you go to swimming meets, you know that everyone has one of those.
Okay. Well, I haven't gone to many swimming meets lately.
I have never seen that at a basketball game, especially at the pro level.
But you know, AC's been around a while, so he can do anything he wants. I think it's an adorable little effect. Harper missing the first and making the second. The Lakers by 2.
Let's see if they go to the baseline action again. They're just putting Hardaway down in there. See, but Harper is making it very difficult.
Hardaway facing the basket against Ron Harper. Going to the corner, double team, and Ori knocks it out of bounds. And 7 seconds on the shot clock for the Suns.
Give Harper a ton of credit. He is taking precious seconds off the clock at the Phoenix end because of his doggedness defensively and forcing Hardaway at least 6 feet out away from the post-up spot. Remember, neither team has a foul to give. That is big. Both teams have 3 full timeouts.
And 7 seconds to attempt a shot. Rodney Rogers will inbound.
You gotta get it in.
And he's got Robinson with a fall away. And the rebound by Shaq. So the Suns again with an opportunity to tie it up or take a lead. And now the Lakers have it as we get close to a minute to go.
Yeah, that was really a tough shot, Cliff Robinson. They had plenty of time on the clock.
And knocked away the steal by Clifford Robinson and Glenn Rice on the foul. Clifford Robinson with the foul, and one of the top defensive players, second team all defense this year.
Yeah, this is just a great move by Cliff right here. And then you can see he just knocks it away. A good gamble and then the grab right there.
Robinson is 1 of 2 at the line, Hubie, and can establish a career playoff high if he makes this, and he does with his 29th point.
Well, it's nice to see, because we said that a player who has had as quality a year as Cliff Robinson, shooting 47%, it's just tough when a guy like him is struggling at 31%. He's got the schneid off his back right now. He's playing great basketball.
And he's been in the NBA Finals with the Trailblazers. Tie game under a minute to go.
Big thing now, Phoenix needs hold the Lakers to 1 shot.
And it's stripped away out of bounds, and the Suns get it back. Look out, head of the field is Robinson, and he misses the lay-in. Hardaway with the follow-up. Penny Hardaway with the follow-up, and the Suns lead by 2. And Scott Skiles is excited as the Suns should be. The Phoenix Suns have taken their first lead since 2.5 minutes into the second quarter, and the Lakers are calling the timeout.
Excellent defense by Phoenix off the dribble by Bryant in the lane. Keep an eye right here. You're going to see the strip on the defender who went past. Now, great tried to save by Bryant. Phoenix all over it. Smart basketball. Release the guy at the top of the circle. You might have missed it. You never assume that the shot is going in. You follow up hard as the trail man.
And I think it was the injured point guard with the blonde hair, Jason Kidd, who got a hand in to force the turnover. We'll be right back.
In the transition game.
Ron Harper with Rice, Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, and Robert Horry in the lineup. Very important possession as Kobe Bryant draws the foul. And Bryant will go to the line with 43.5.
They had Jason Kidd was down inside there, and they could have used him on a double team. Big thing in a situation like that. That was a tough shot. I mean, anytime that you elevate from that midpoint area and you're floating forward, that was going to be a poor percentage shot.
Kobe Bryant now 3 for 3 from the line and 13 points in the game. Coming up on Inside the NBA, presented by Hyundai, Ernie, Kenny, Peter, joined by Paul Silas, the Hornets coach. Highlights post-game reaction from tonight's game and a preview of tomorrow's Game 3 between Portland and Utah. 1 out of 2 for Kobe Bryant, and the Suns still have the lead, and they'll call a timeout with 41.2.
Yeah, now Phoenix had 3. They used one right there. They still have 2 fulls left. Excellent play and smart defensive rebounding. Into the post-up positions.
Suns have outscored the Lakers 31-21 here in the fourth quarter.
Main thing right now is you get your continuity, you get a high percentage shot.
Kidd guarded by Kobe Bryant. 10 on the shot clock.
Stagger screen right there for Hardaway.
And here is Penny Hardaway having a big game, going up, deflected. Shaq got a hand on it. Ron Harper slows it down. And a chance to play for the last shot. Suns by 1.
They're going to take it off the dribble. This is it now. Game's on the line. You're down 1.
And Kobe Bryant at the point on a 1-4 offensive formation. Kobe Bryant pulls up for the shot and hits the basket with 2.6 to go, giving the Lakers the lead. What a heroic basket by Kobe Bryant.
And he was defense as good as you can be defense. On his elevation, the defenders were right there in his face. Now Phoenix still has 2.6 seconds. You have time now. Move the ball a half court. You should get off a decent shot. Now keep an eye on this now. He's surveying it. He's got Jason Kidd. Now just watch. He's right up in there, and his second man coming up was too late.
Kobe Bryant with 15 points made the biggest basket of the year for the Lakers, who are threatened here at home.
You cannot fall asleep here now. 2.6 seconds. You got plenty of time to make the catch, at least get 2 dribbles off and a high percentage shot. A good pass, a good sight line, you call timeout. Now, interesting. The Lakers, will they defend the man out of bounds? Or will they look for a man coming up and use that guy as a rover? You switch all ball crush. They are putting Shaq on Rodgers out of bounds. Smart move. Difficult to look up over the top of Shaq because he will definitely cut away a major part of the left side of the floor right now.
Rodgers will inbound. And Alien, 1 timeout left. Here is Penny Hardaway firing it up off the mark, and the game is over. And the Lakers have survived. Kobe Bryant with the winning basket with 2.6 seconds remaining. And the Lakers withstand a scare by the Phoenix Suns and have taken a 2-0 lead in the best-of-7 Western semifinal by a score of 97-96.
Well, they did get the ball inbounds, Dick, to one of their high-profile guys, a guy who can make something happen, and he received the pass easily. Now, you could see the switch by the Lakers. Kobe is all over. Now, once he came up into that area, the defenders were there, and give Harper a ton of credit because he left his man and came right across and was able to apply the pressure on that shot.
A terrific playoff game here in Los Angeles, and right now let's send it out to Reggie.
All right, thanks a lot, Dick. Kobe Bryant, a little bit of a subpar game because of foul trouble, but you were there when they needed the big shot. Tell me a little bit about that shot.
Well, I just brought the ball up the court, and I looked up at the clock and had enough time to kind of keep the floor spread and penetrate, get into the gap, see if I could create something, and fortunately I hit the shot.
What kind of adjustment did you make in the second half? The foul trouble, you know, you said at halftime you might have to come out change a little bit.
I couldn't be as aggressive defensively. I couldn't pressure Jason like I wanted to, but as we got in the latter stages of the game, I was able to put a little bit of pressure on him.
All right, thanks a lot, man. Big Shaq, big night for you. Obviously, it would have been a shame to lose this one, but you came across. You had some guys to step up for you. You played big. Kobe struggled, but Robert Horry and Shaw really came out and gave you some help.
Yeah, we played well enough to win the game, but I'm not happy with our effort. You know, even though Phoenix shot the ball well, you know, I thought we let them get all the loose balls, let them get all the loose rebounds. But Kobe came down and made a spectacular shot and saved us. Now we just have to go on Phoenix and, you know, come with a lot of aggression, come with a lot of enthusiasm, and try to get one at their place.
Still the defense and the last part of the fourth quarter, last 2 minutes, you guys shut them down. Still, you in the middle handling your business.
Yeah, you know, we showed them. Like I said, I wasn't happy with our overall effort, but you know, Kobe made a spectacular shot. That's what you know, having another great player on this team will do for you in, you know, tough situations like that. Now we just have to go to that place and try to get one.
Now tonight, the MVP trophy, the win tonight, just been a great day for you.
Yes, it was a happy day. I'd like to thank my parents for raising me well. And, you know, I'm just happy to be here.
And I have to thank you for the book you signed for me. I'm going to think about eBay, Amazon.com, you know. You know what I'm talking about.
Dunk.net, all that stuff.
Dunk.net, I got you. All right, baby.